Welcome to Let's Make Movies, the channel dedicated to growing and sharing filmmaking experience. Today's video is going to be all about audio. Let's get started. Stop and you're breathing hard.
Okay. I'll
Okay.
stop here.
And then
blow it out
So for my last short film, we didn't have much of a budget, and I had to get really creative on how to capture the best possible audio. I'm going to explore 4 different ways that I used to capture the best possible audio that I could for my project. The very first way that I'm going to explore is camera audio. Your camera typically has a microphone. If you have a larger cinema camera, it might not have scratch audio. But I have the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera. One of the ways that I utilized the Blackmagic Pocket audio was getting stereo sound of the environment. And I, in fact, used a lot of the room tone from the camera audio when there was moments of silence rather than any microphone that I recorded. I did grab some room tone with some other microphones. Camera audio worked out fantastically. Some ways that you can utilize camera audio is by getting closer to your camera, getting closer to the subject that you're filming. If you're inside a vehicle, if you're inside a room, make sure you have dampened all of the walls so that there's not that much sound bouncing off of them. Unfortunately, camera audio is very unforgiving, but it is a tool that you can use to get great audio, especially if you're in close quarters. It all depends on the project. The next audio that I want to explore is actually using your phone. A phone, almost everybody has on set. And if you didn't have a lav mic, if you didn't have a boom, and you needed to collect the best possible audio from your actor, well, there's an easy solution for that. If you're shooting in modern day and it's not a period piece, have them talking on the phone. You can have them talking on the phone, and then maybe they get interrupted and continue to have a conversation with somebody with the phone in frame. Or if you have a nice tight shot, take the phone out of frame. Make sure it's pointed directly at where the action is, where the audio is coming out of. Do not aim right at your mouth. You want to actually aim maybe a little bit in front of your mouth, kind of a meter wide box around your chest is really where a lot of the sound and boom comes from when you're recording audio. When you're in interiors, when you are in vehicles, or when you are inside, you can have the phone sitting on the couch. You can record multiple actors. Again, make sure that the room is dampened and that there's not that much audio bouncing all off from the walls and everything like that. The third option that I want to explore is the option that I tend to use the most, a lavalier mic and a lavalier mic system. I opt for the onboard recording systems because I hate the wireless radio static. That can often ruin your audio tracks, but if it's recorded on board, it is one of the most sturdy, one of the best quality solutions that you can come up with. I use the Tascam DR10L. It was just under $200. I've gotten well over the value of this particular product in uses. I've used it from interviews to films for almost everything. And later I'm going to talk about how I utilized this recorder actually with a shotgun mic and used it as an external recorder as well. A great thing about lavalier mics is that they can be hid on your actor, they can be hid in the location that you're filming, and they are barely noticeable, and if they are noticeable, they are easily painted out. In a vehicle, you can hide them in the sunshade or on the rearview mirror. If you're shooting interiors, if you're on a couch or in the kitchen or whatever, you can hide it on a nearby counter or under something. You kind of want to make sure that there's not that much vibration because these things really pick up vibration. The last option of recording audio was actually utilizing a budget shotgun mic. The brand that I use is DD. This is the V-Mic D3 Pro. This mic is perfect for interior locations, and I used it outside in the wind next to a river, and this thing really was a workhorse for me that night. This one has an internal rechargeable battery, recharged through USB Type-C. There was a lot of value in this particular product. Ultimately, what I did to record my short film, majority of my audio, was I utilized all the methods all at once. And I'm gonna show you what I did to create the Megazord of budget audio packages. For this next part, I'm gonna be showing the Frankenstein audio kit that I built to capture the best audio that I could, and it actually worked out fantastically. The things that you need for a basic sound kit is you need some audio monitors. These are cheap, really cheap, $25 Sony travel headphones that you can get at any gas station. Literally the cheapest thing. The reason I have these is because if they get stolen or broken or something happens to them on set, they're only 25 bucks. I work on a budget. I'm not gonna fork out $600 for massive, super high quality headphones. What I needed for my sound guy was a boom pole, a way for him to record off screen. This one is from Newer, just 50 bucks on Amazon. I'll link it down below. It'll probably be an affiliate link. So if you do buy anything through the links below, thank you for supporting me. You can get more expensive boom poles that will last you a lot longer. This was kind of a rushed buy at the time, and so it worked out fantastically. It has a well over 10-foot reach, and it got the job done. So I mounted my D3 Pro onto the boom pole. I made sure that everything was nice and tight, and made sure that there was going to be nothing loose here. For a boom pole, what we need is a nice long wire to route your microphone into whatever you're deciding to record audio in. Again, you can use your phone, you can use the camera if it has an audio jack. I opted to use my lavalier recorder. And so the DD3 microphone is a TRRS supported device. You have an extra pin on the wire that you are going to be putting in. And in fact, on my Blackmagic, it doesn't work straight out of this wire. It does work on the audio recorder, but I did opt for a wire, TRRS to TRS wire converter that plugged from here into my audio recorder or my camera. So next, my external audio recorder was the lavalier system. So what I did is it has a belt clip here on the back. It just comes right off. And actually what I did was I put Velcro right on the back here. And I put Velcro on my boom pole. Basically, it fit onto my boom pole just like this. Ultimately, this was the Frankenstein audio kit that I decided to use. And this is an example of what the audio sounds like directly into the lavalier recorder. These are some really basic and creative ways that you can utilize different devices that record audio. You want to be as close as possible to your talent to capture the best audio, and you want to hide errors with sound effects and make sure you get room tone. You can cut in and out, especially if you're in the same location, and everything will sound wonderful. This is the really low budget sound kit that I put together for my last short film. I want to know from you guys, what are some of the most creative things that you've put together for your film production? I am planning on doing reviews of all the devices that I am using and whether or not it's right for you, but really the point is use what you have. I have a shotgun mic. I did not buy it. This has been fun. I'm gonna keep it rolling. I have so much more to share with you guys, and this is going to be a fantastic year. Please stick around. I think you're gonna be happily surprised here soon.